Fish where the fish are biting. There's an old saying, that's helped a lot of folks over the years. Fish where the fish are biting. Now that sounds like a lot of fishing advice, but it really ain't. Welcome to the front porch, my friends. I'm Mark Morgan. Pull up a chair and won't you set a spell with me? I once knew a fella who ran a little store. Every week he'd complain about slow sales. He'd talk about the things nobody was buying. He'd move them around and put them in different shelves and mark them down, talk about them to everybody who'd listen. But the funny thing was, the things people actually wanted kept selling out. Folks would come in looking for them and leave empty handed because the shelf was bare. But one day, somebody finally told him, why don't you quit worrying about what ain't selling and stock more of what is? That's when it hit him. He'd spent so much time focusing on what wasn't working that he ignored what was. A lot of us do the same thing. We keep casting into the same empty water. We keep chasing opportunities that never seem to work out. We keep pouring time and energy into things that show us over and over that they're not producing much of anything. Meanwhile, the fish are biting somewhere else. Life leaves clues if we pay attention. Sometimes customers tell us what they want. Sometimes opportunities show up more than once. Sometimes people tell you exactly what they need. The trick is paying attention to what's working and having the courage to lean into it. Now, there's another old saying that goes right along with this one. You can't sell off an empty cart. Well, that's just plain and common sense. You can find the best fishing hole in the country, but if you leave your tackle box at the home, your house, you're still coming back empty handed. You can have customers lined up at the door, but if the shelves are empty, there won't be much business done. You can dream about writing a book, starting a business, learning a skill, or building something worthwhile. But the sooner or later, you've got to put something into the cart. You've got to have something on the shelf. A lot of folks want results before they put in the work. They want a harvest before they plant the seed. Life just doesn't usually work that way. First, you got to fill the cart. Then you got to go where the customers are. First, you got to do the work. Then you look for the opportunity. Maybe today's lesson, fish where the fish are biting. And don't try to sell off an empty cart. Pay attention to what's working. Keep something on the shelf. And don't spend your life casting into water that's already told you it's empty. Well, that's today's front porch lesson. Until next time, my friends, I'm Mark Morgan. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And don't forget to set a spell once in a while.